Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're continuing in the Ben La'ashri. We're in Parshat Chayei. This week, the first time we're learning this Parsha together, because when we started in the cycle, we started towards the end of Sefer Bereshis. In Chayei there's some unbelievable, beautiful chidushim, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to all of them, but there are some that I think are unbelievable, and it's kedai to learn it. We're actually going to start a little differently. We're going to start from the end of the Parsha, that says V'yitein Avraham es kol ashaloi Yitzchak ubeleha pilakshim. Right, it's on page Shin Ayin Beis, and as we mention every week, the learning should be Lishmas the Mechaber, the Tzaddik, Rabbi Yitzchak ben Asher Anshel HaKoyin Miranana, who unfortunately had no children, and he wrote that those that learn from his Sefer and repeat over his Chidushim will be zoichet to see Yeshuas and the Flois, and he will be Meretz Yoshev of them. So the pasuk begins, Vayitein Avram es kol ashaloi Yitzchak ulivnei hapilakshim nasan Avraham matanos. Yesh ledaktik, a very interesting question. The l'chayra kasim mesuris, it's backwards. The nasan kol ashaloi b'tchilas Yitzchak. If Avram already gave everything that he had to Yitzchak, so what's left for the pilakshim? Whatever matanos that the pasuk says that Avram gave to the pilakshim, he already gave to Yitzchak, because he gave Yitzchak everything. So I don't understand. How could he take the presents that he supposedly gave to Yitzchak? The pasuk should have said that to the children of the Pilakshim he gave them presents, and then whatever was left, then whatever was remaining he should have given to Yitzchak. The Melash says an unbelievable thing, a beautiful chiddush. Hashem berach es Avram bakol. Hashem gave Avram a bracha with everything. Right? Now there's a lot of midrashim, a lot of psukim. Bakol, some say Bakol was the name of a daughter. Bakol also means a perfect blessing, like we say in Birchas Hamazon, Mikol, Bakol, Mikol Kol. There's another medrash that says Bakol is a remez to the neshama of Yaakov Avinu. That Hakadosh Baruch Hu gave Avram a special present that's called Yaakov. Benishmas Yaakov shenikra kol. V'chein Ramas b'Yaakov Avinu l'v'sham atzmi sham chazal shavro karubani. There's a medrash that Avram called Yaakov his son. There was a short period of time, I think it's 15 years, if I'm not mistaken, that Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov all lived together, and Avram learned with Yaakov Avinu. V'shaloi nitzel Avram, and we know the famous medrash that Avram was only saved from the fires by Ur Kasdim, b'schuso shel Yaakov, in the schus of Yaakov Avinu. V'Yaakov kol midas shel Avram shel Yitzchak, and Yaakov combined both the midas of Avram and Yitzchak. That midas tiferes shekol chesed gvura. V'alzeh nikra hayisoid kol. And because of that, the yisoid, the sphere of yisoid, is called kol. How Hashem brings Shef into this world, the last sphere is kol. Sheyardum l'soicha tipos hachasadim gevuros. In the yisoid, there's both chasadim and gevuros. It's able to be mematek the gevuros. And Yitzchak, Yaakov Avinu had that koyach because he was a blend of Avram and Yitzchak, so he had chasadim and gevuros. And we know that Yaakov was midas yisoid, just like Yosef. Why was Yaakov midas yisoid? Because it says that Reuven was born from Reishis Oinai. His first drop that he ever had was done b'mitzvah, and Reuven came out from that. Nishmas Yaakov Shaloi. When it says kol, it doesn't mean that he gave everything that he had to Yitzchak. Rather, he gave this thing kol to Yitzchak, which was the neshama of Yaakov Avinu. So we move on to the next piece. It says the same thing. V'yiten Avram kol ashaloi Yitzchak uvnei plakshim ashel Avram nasan Avram atanas. Amr Chazal. Same question. Based on this, there's a famous medrash, and Rashi, I believe, brings this down as well. Shem tuma masalahem. Avraham Avinu gave them the Shem Tumas, how to do black magic in our lexicon. And he sent them to the Far East. As we know that in the Far East, they deal a lot with black magic. And that's, if you look at Rashi, Rashi says that. Where did Avraham Avinu get these names of black magic? He got them from Paroi and from Avimelech. We know Paroi's Mitzrayim was the number one place of sorcery, right? We know that when Moshe and Aaron came down and threw the serpents, turned the snakes into serpents, Paro said every kindergarten kid knows how to do this. It's not a trick. This is not anything fancy. Why? Because Mitzrayim was the number one source of tumah. As we know, that's why Klal Yisrael went down there to be mevar all the kedusha that was there. Pelishtim also was a major source of Tumah, which is really a parsha on itself, how that connects to our days. And Memela, as presents, they gave the secrets of black magic to Avraham. And like we mentioned before, the psukim are really written out of order. Because first he should have said what he gave to the Bnei Pelakshim, and then he should have said he gave everything else to Yitzchak. However, as we explained, right? These names of black magic and these derech of sorcery is not considered Avram's possessions. Avram didn't deal with these things. Yitzchak didn't either need it. Right? When a person's connected to Kedusha, Shem Tumah has no shaykhs, like we know by Reb Chanina ben Doisa. Alkein Eino Meklala Shel Yitzchak. It's nothing to do with what he's giving to Yitzchak. It's a completely separate category. And whatever presents physical that they also gave him, it's not considered Avraham Avinu's. Avraham Avinu, even though he took money from Paro and Avimelech, he never used it. How do we know this? He was very heavy in Kesef Zav Mikna. Now, Pashup Shat means that he had a lot of it. He was heavy, right? Like they say in Hebrew, Chek Shamen, right? Is a check heavy? Check is not heavy. It's a figure of speech. But the Ben Lashi has a nice little insight. There's a wrinkle on this pshat. Person has a lot of money, it's heavy, right? A person can carry 4 times his weight because he's excited. Because he wants it and it's joyful for him, he'll carry, like we said, even 4 times his weight. But because Avram did not want to have it, it was heavy. He really didn't want it. He had to take it because there were certain secrets in the money that was there that he had to take. Eventually, he gave it back to Hagar and Keturah. So therefore, it's not in the category of whatever he gave to Yitzchak. So really, whatever Avram got, B'Kedusha, B'Tahara, that all went to Yitzchak. So it's correct to say Bakol. And that went first. Whatever remained that Avram Avinu wasn't nishtamish behem and he didn't need it, that he gave to the Pelakshim. So it fits very well. Vayamas Avram b'seva toiva zokin v'selva. Avram died b'seva in good old age. V'saveya ulahalam b'Yitzchak, but by Yitzchak it says the Ben Lashri v'Yosef amav zokin. First it says he got old, then b'seva yomim. Yesh ledaktek alashina. So why did the psukim change the order? The be Avram ksev b'seva toiva. First by Avram it says b'seva. Seva is like the language of a good old age. B'Yitzchak cost of seva yomim. It also says seva yomim. By Avraham Avinu doesn't say Seva Yom. Another very interesting deher. The Seva hu achar zikna. Zikna is 70. Seva is like 90, 95, 100. So you don't say a person was 95 then 70, right? V'lama hiktem b'seva toiva. V'achar kach zaken. It doesn't make sense, the order. So why did the psukim, number one, switch around the order by Avram that it did by Yitzchak? Why did it add the words Yomim by Yitzchak? And in truth, the Ben Lashri says, that Seva, which is like exceedingly old age, really goes after Zikna. So V'yesh lo'imah api amrim chazal, tikovar b'seva toiva, that Avraham Avinu was buried b'seva toiva. Why? She'asa Yishmael tshuva b'yamav. Yishmael did tshuva in his days. V'lo yimroid Esav b'yamav. And Esav also didn't rebel in his days. Alkei nechsul Avram, and we know it because of that. So Avram shouldn't see that Esav went off to the wrong path. Hashem took away 5 years of his life. The Yitzchak Chai Kuf Pei. Yitzchak lived 180 years, and Avram, who was supposed to live 180 years, only lived 175 years. Now, with this understanding, we can answer all the questions together. When it says save, it doesn't mean his age, because he really died before he was supposed to. It talks about that Avram had like calmness. He saw his son Yishmael, that he was angered, who went on the wrong path in last week's parsha that we explained, who did tshuva. And he never saw Esav go into the wrong path. And therefore, That's why we say it Seva. Why? And really, it doesn't say Seva Yomim, because really it was not Seva Yomim. He was supposed to live 5 more years. The Mela, the Pasuk is hinting to us that Avraham Avinu died 5 years before his time. But on the other hand, Hashem gave him a bracha that he was able to see Yishmael do tshuva and Esav stay, at least for that time, on the right path. Okay? Thank you very much.